Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the series. Hope everyone's doing well today. We are finally jumping back into our Interloper run, so we kind of took some time off there to check out the new region with the Tales of the Far Territory update, and you know, obviously that kind of put the Interloper run on hold, but we are diving back into it today. And honestly, it's been, because of that, probably 2 or 3 weeks since I've run through here, so I'm just kind of getting my bearings to where we are. I did look, we're on day 23, so not super far into it, but yeah, looking forward to kind of getting this back on the road. Appreciate y'all tuning in. As usual, guys, if you enjoy the episode today, be sure to hit the like button for me. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, we're working on 800 this year. I think I'm gonna set the goal for the channel as we kind of approach the new year here. So in 2024, I'd like to hit 1,000 subscribers. So we're about what 200 some away. What are we at? We're at like 720 or 730, I think, without looking at it just off the top of my head. So we need what, roughly 260, 270 new subscribers in a year. So if you want to help me out in that journey, I would definitely appreciate your subscription. And yeah, and then of course, guys, any comments you have for me, throw those into the comment section as well. I do love and appreciate to see what you guys sort of have to say about each and every episode. So okay, I just wanted to quickly look through the buildings to make sure we'd searched everything. Like I said, it's been a little bit of time, so I just couldn't quite recall. And then, man, it has been, like, unfortunately, a little bit of time. I don't really remember what we were doing here. So we need to kind of come up with a new game plan, I suppose. I think we were probably working towards the summit in Timberwolf. And in fact, I'm like 99% sure that's what we were doing. And I think we probably just veered off here to probably loot this place. So I don't see any footsteps going into here, so let's jump in. And yeah, see what we got. So I see a potato, there's some oatmeal. Anything over here? Oh, we have been here. Okay, I just didn't see footsteps, but that could have been, we could have been here like a day earlier or something. Okay. Let's just do a quick check on like food and stuff. So that's a bummer, but we could still eat that later at some point. We got some cattails, not a ton actually, so we're gonna have to watch that. Plenty of water. Got a soda. Yeah, we don't have a ton of food. I may just grab this stuff. I've kind of talked to probably ad nauseum about how I feel about the food you can prepare, but we'll grab it and just take it with us. Okay, and so yeah, well, obviously the ultimate goal here is if we're working towards Timberwolf, we probably should think about heading that direction. I think we've probably seen what there is to see here in Thompson's Crossing, so let's kind of set off in that direction and see. Oh, what's all this stuff here? This is bad too, because I think we did this quite a bit in this run, where we just kind of dropped stuff. And the pots for sure we need. How heavy are we? 90 pounds. Cured. And I suppose let's go inside just to make sure we didn't leave anything here. Because that would be really unfortunate. Is that cooked? No.
Wonder if the owner's around.
How did we not search this place? That's kind of a mystery to me. Maybe we just didn't search that? I better check everything now. Yeah, we must have just missed that. And this. Yeah. It always amazes me when I think I've been through somewhere to come back and see all of the stuff I missed. These 2 whole containers. Okay, we definitely hit that. And that deer meat, I'd love to take, but I just really don't have the capacity for it. And I don't want to stink, so. Okay, yeah, we definitely hit all this. Okay. So if we head out, we could maybe get to the small cabin. It's about midday. We have plenty of time. We're awfully heavy right now. Cured deer, cured rabbits. 3 of those. Tell you what, let's try to get to the bunker. And we'll leave some of this stuff there as we go into Timberwolf, maybe. Okay. Let's head out. Oh, man, okay. So yeah, I mean, I hope everyone had great holidays. I know personally I've gotten some time off of work. And it's just been great to kind of recharge and relax. I was kind of like at the point, and you guys heard me complain probably several times in past episodes about, you know, like work and stuff. And I know everybody complains about work, but it was just like I'm, you know, at the end of the year, I'm just kind of like at the end of my rope, just needed a break. So I think I've had, I don't know, 5 or 6 days off now and still have 4 or 5 days to go. So it's been good. Just getting to relax, and I told myself I honestly I haven't really gamed much at all, which has kind of been surprising to me. But also it's probably been a little bit good in a way, just to kind of fully unplug and recharge, I think maybe, for a few days. Oh man, we are super heavy, huh? Yeah, this might not be as good of an idea as I thought it was. Let's go for it though. We have some firewood and stuff I think we could drop if we really needed to. But yeah, I kind of told myself, you know, over the break, I'd just kind of load up on recordings and content and have kind of the next few days set, and I just really haven't done it, which, I don't know, I feel a little bit bad about, but at the same time, it's been good to kind of focus on other things and, you know, enjoy some other hobbies. Obviously, with the holidays, spend some time with family. It's been good. It has been good. And I hope everyone's kind of gotten the same. I hope you've all been able to maybe unwind for a little bit or do some things that you're not usually able to do. So I think that's important. Alright. So, I mean, it should roughly be this direction where we need to go. I had said the bunker, but I think if we get to that small cabin that's like down the hill from Skeeter's Ridge, we may stop there. We'll see what we come across first. We're just awfully heavy at this point. Oh man. I did get some feedback in the comments, and I'm curious to kind of see what everyone thinks. Just about like, so, and I've kind of done it in some other series in the past, is like cut out some of the travel time in episodes and see, like, you know, that way, like, you know, right now I'm just kind of walking somewhere. For me, this is like a lot of the time where I just like talk to you guys, and I enjoy doing that, you know, like I just told you about my last few days and few days to come and like how I'm doing, and in some ways I think that's maybe therapeutic for me to just kind of get on here and unload my mind a little bit. But I can appreciate that a lot of times, you know, like right now I'm just kind of walking, there's not much going on. So I don't know, I mean, you guys let me know, like, is this, it's hard for me too, like, I guess, you know, I could probably cut some of this out, you know, to be perfectly fair. Like I don't think that's, I mean, it's easy to do, right? Like I could do it. But the kind of the things that I would counter that with is that if something were to happen to me right now, it's kind of good to see like the full picture of it. And you know, maybe if you're watching, it'll be just as unexpected for you as it is for me. I don't know. So that's like part of the reason why I kind of like to capture the whole experience. So that's part of it. Another thing is like, for me when I'm recording, you know, I try to get around like an hour of recording to make an episode with. And if I am then trying to kind of still stick to that, but then I'm cutting out some, like, I guess it is filler in some way, right? Like, it allows me to more easily get to that 1 hour point. Whereas like if I'm cutting some of this travel out, I guess you'd call it, I'm going to have to, and I'm still, if I'm cutting this out and I'm still trying to be about an hour an episode, then I am having to record for much longer, right? Like if I cut out 10, 15, 20 minutes of travel time, then, you know, I'm cutting that time out of the episode and having to record that much longer. So that's part of it. And then there was something else I was thinking. And it's totally escaping me right now, but it'll come to me. It will come to me. We're not making it very far. The other thing I kind of have to watch here too is I've been playing a lot of Stalker, right? Like I said, I really haven't touched this run since we started, or since the Far Territories release happened. And so this is my first time playing Interloper again, so I need to kind of tune my brain back to it. This little trip that I'm making here was probably a little bit more than we should have bitten off. But, I mean, I think we'll be okay. And the barn is right there, in fact. Debating, just turning towards the barn. Wish I could run. If I could run, I'd feel better. But it's okay. I don't know, I guess I just kind of like view my channel, view the content that I put out in the vein of the content that I enjoy to watch is just like, you know, turn me on, like turn an episode of mine on, and maybe you like to just like sit down and watch it, you know, like intently, and like on the edge of your seat and hang on every detail and stuff, but like I kind of just like let's just like hang out for an hour, you know, and I'll kind of do my thing and hopefully you're enjoying it, but like, you know, maybe I can tell you something that went on in my day and maybe you'll relate, and you know, maybe you're working on something right now and I'm just kind of talking to you while you're doing your own thing. Like that's just like in my head, that's kind of like where what I see myself as. And maybe that's not the case at all, but to me there's kind of like two parts of what I do and what I, you know, like for you guys to get out of my episodes of my channel is like the part of like, yes, we're playing the Long Dark, and if you enjoy the Long Dark, great. I do too. I love it. I've, you know, gone through that quite a bit here on the channel, how much I enjoy the game and how long I've been playing the game and all of that. But like the other pieces is that like, let's just hang out and let me just BS with you guys for a while. And so a lot of cutting out this time that I'm traveling. Yes, you're getting more like action, maybe, so to speak. I mean, Long Dark's not a terribly actionable game, but you know, we're getting just more downtime. Anyway, I don't know, just be curious to see what you guys think. I can do both, obviously. I can do either. It's just, yeah, it's kind of what I prefer. I hope what I'm kind of thinking is how you guys view it as well, and the majority. If not, let me know. And I think honestly, like, and we're like totally in a deep conversation here about this. You guys probably didn't care for this today, but I think maybe that's kind of why like I struggle sometimes on the channel to play games that are a little more action forward. Is because I am just like a sit back and kind of chat with you guys, and it's like I don't really have as much opportunity to do that when we're playing those types of games. Anyway. Alright, we gotta be getting fairly close. Try and get over this next hill and see where the cabin is. Like I said, I probably should not have made this trip in this state, but I'm just still a little bit in stalker mindset, so it is what it is. I hear time again somewhere. I don't think we ever made the bedroll, right? Let's just check that. No, we never did. We still can. We just need to probably get more ptarmigan feathers, which we'll do at some point. The other thing we need to kind of see and check out is the harvesting on Interloper with bare hands, because that was obviously a change. I think it's that you can't make your initial cut with your hands. Like, you have to have cut the carcass once and then you can use your hands, I believe. But of course, like I said, I haven't played Interloper since that was changed, so we'll find out together. And you guys probably have already experienced it, but I have not. Just thinking, like, I kind of wish... part of me wishes that the rifle was an Interloper, and maybe just really scarce ammo. Because one thing that did happen, and I said I really hadn't been playing video games for the last week, and that's true, but I did fire up the Switch and jumped into some Long Dark. If you didn't see it, so the Switch has kind of been somewhat left out of the last updates for quite a while. I was trying to think about when they said that they kind of had to put the Switch on hold. It was whenever they put out the dev diary that was kind of like... Okay, it's a deer. I heard his footsteps and got a little panicked there. Man, I'm a little turned around right now. I think we need to go back this way. Is whenever they put out the dev diary that it was, I'll just kind of say, like, the sky was falling, you know, and like they weren't going to be able to meet their goals and things along those lines for releasing content. And like part of the decision there was to basically pause updates for the Switch. Sorry, I'm doing two things at once here. And so the Switch basically hasn't gotten any of the updates, right? They split Survival and Winter Mute into two pieces, and they never, whenever they made that change, they never did that for the Switch. And so, like, none of your, like, cooking and things like that, none of that content ever made it over to the Switch yet. But they recently provided an update, the last dev diary, I guess it was, where they're going to add all of the, basically catch the Switch up, which is exciting. So I don't know, that just got me motivated. I took out the Switch and played a little bit of Long Dark on that, and I tried the Interloper on that. I started one Interloper run on Switch. I always kind of, like, initially had decided that I probably wouldn't play Interloper on Switch just because honestly the controls and stuff are a little janky and it's just a little hard. But I did fire one. Okay, I can see the top of the cabin, I think. This little oh, that's weird. I haven't seen, that's the top of the cabin right there. I haven't seen the rabbit mittens yet. And then I pulled this out and was like, what's wrong with my hands? Anyway. So yeah. And I was just kind of thinking, like, in that experience, I kind of wish the rifle was in Interloper, and, like, hear me out with that, like maybe ammo is extremely scarce. So that way, like, you know, it's not something that, like, in your first, you know, 100 days or something you have, but, like, maybe at some point, if you've lived for 200, 300 days, you've found a rifle and, like, 5 rounds of ammunition or something like that. and then you have like, that's all you find or something. And like, you can kind of like strategically decide that, okay, I'm gonna shoot a moose or something like that. Just because I think like from a reality standpoint, and I got to this thought because I was thinking about like realism and like how maybe Interloper is more realistic than the other difficulties, and I'm mostly thinking about Stalker. But like, you would, in this sort of environment with like all, you know, you're in the wilderness and there's wolves everywhere, and in real life, like these people would have had firearms, right? Like, undoubtedly there would have been firearms in the area. And so part of me does kind of wish like you would find rifles, and maybe they're in bad shape or something, but maybe it should be here and just be extremely limited. Okay, we'll call this our resting place for the night. Like I said, I probably should not have made that trip. You can see we lost quite a bit of condition, but we'll manage. We're here. It's over. We can spend as much time really as we would need to kind of recoup. How many arrows do I have? How do I switch? We have 4 arrows. Just thinking maybe we try to nab a moose in Timberwolf. Am I looking? Socks are a little beat up. Hopefully we'll find another pair at the summit. Okay. Okay, what else? What else do we need to do? Area's close to being finished. Just try and leave a book if we've got one. Almost done. I don't think I've started any of... No, I haven't. Okay. Well. That's unfortunate. Oh, this one's almost done. Okay. Well, let's drink some water. Actually, let's do this. So that'll give us some calories and we can read. We can finish that book. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Time is it? Cooking level 2, very nice. Just pass some time. Try and get the sun down, and then we'll go to sleep. We're pretty tired, so we should get a good night's sleep. Should hopefully get some good rest. We have herbal tea, but we don't have any made. Tonight would have been a good night to have some of that, but it's okay. All right. Do that. Do a couple of these. And top off water. And then let's go to bed. Almost to day 24.
Never been so hungry.
I didn't see what our condition was on. We got a good amount of it back. We could still stand asleep a little bit more, probably. Like right on the edge. Probably put more effort into getting that extra hour that really needed to, but that's okay. All right. Let's get up to the Timberwolf. Let's go to Timberwolf. Let's see that. That's our goal for today. Let's see what's what our conditions are out here. So we're still heavy. We lost a little bit of weight because we ate and things, but I think we need to go this way, and then we'll go kind of up that hill and then back towards that way. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and leave the wood. Didn't buy us a ton of weight, but some. It's a pretty warm morning, too. That's kind of surprising. Usually, you know, it's like coldest in the morning, but we're not too cold at the moment. It's kind of nice. I think we just need to turn, go that way. Something's dead up there. I think I'm going the right way here. If I can get through here. Yeah, we are. I know exactly where we are. We are where I thought we were, basically. This will take us up to the plane crash. And then I know how to get to the rope climb from the plane crash pretty easily. There are still going to be some wolves up here, so we'll of course have to be cautious. We could spend time at the plane. Maybe we do that. Because it's like, you know, we need a pair of socks. We only have one pair of thermal underwear. So we could potentially find those two things and those suitcases at the plane. I don't know, it just wasn't really in my head as the plan, so we'll make it work. I'm trying to, like, oh, right there. I was like, what are they flying over? Couldn't think about what was up here. There's just this one random body. Is everyone, or does anyone remember when they added the plane crash to Pleasant Valley? And, like, their first time seeing it? And, like, was your first time seeing it in Wintermute? Or did you, like personally, I just stumbled across it. Like, I don't think at that time, maybe, I can't remember, but I don't think I had, like, been playing The Long Dark, like, regularly in that time when episode 3 came out. And so, like, you know, I was a little disconnected from what was going on, and they added the plane crash, and I never really knew about it until just, like, stumbled upon it one day. But yeah, I mean, I definitely remember a time where that was not in the region. Would have been some other big changes like that they've reworked. You know, whole regions. Because, like, the plane crash wasn't here, and the small cabin in front of the farmstead wasn't there. I don't think Thompson's Crossing was there either. Like, I think that was a entirely new addition for episode 3. Yeah, because they needed the community center for the... oh, I forgot about the animation. Needed the community center for the storyline of episode 3. So I think that was a whole new addition. But what are some other examples of that where they, like, just added huge amounts of content to a region? I'm trying to think of some. Nothing's coming to mind, but I'm sure there's others. Tempted to jump into that cave for a little bit and warm back up. Let's do that. And then I'm indecisive here. Let's push through. Let's go to the bunker. Because then if I really want to search the plane, I can unload stuff at the bunker so I can get some of my carrying capacity back, and then that way, like, I can actually come pick things up and then take them back with me and not suffer the whole time with, like, being overweight. So let's do that. I think it's a worthwhile time spent to search this, because like I said, we could potentially find some good clothing items in these suitcases. So let's do that. Plus there should be maybe a little bit of food to be found here, so we'll look for that as well. Let's see, there's one can of soda. Go ahead and grab that and try to get up to the bunker and come back maybe. We are cold now. Okay. Does anybody remember the time that I opened that door and there was a wolf like immediately on the other side of it? I think we both got scared because I think he ran off. It was just like a jump scare. This makes me want to play episode 3. I don't think we've ever done that on the channel. Did we ever do episode 2? You know what I'd like to do is just do like maybe a stream someday where we just play through the entirety of Wintermute. That'd be a long day. Or maybe like we chunk it off into a day of 1 and 2 and then a day of 3 and 4. Or something like that. That would be fun. Especially, so they, I guess in their last dev diary they did say 2024, so this in the coming year for episode 5, and they gave it a name. I'm trying to remember what it was. It's been a few days since that's come out, and I haven't talked to you guys since then, so I'm trying to remember what it was called. I am a little sad. They really kind of made the point that that's going to be the last episode. There was always kind of the thought that, like, you know, when they were in early access, they said you get the first, you know, 5 episodes of... sorry, I'm just trying to find the name here really quick. You get the first 5 episodes of Intermute included with your purchase, and so everyone's like, okay, well then, you know, after that they could make paid story expansions or additional episodes, and it sounds like that's, you know, once we get to episode 5, that's going to be sort of the end of it, it sounds like. The light at the end of all things, that's the name of episode 5. And the picture is like of an old wooden sailing vessel, so it can be interesting. I'll be curious to see that episode, because I feel like there's a lot to wrap up. If they're going to wrap things up in a meaningful way, there's a lot to kind of bring to a close in that one episode, so it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. And then, so hopefully, once we get through the end of Tales of Far Territories and Wintermute, which is kind of scary in its own right, because, like, is that the end of the Long Dark, right? Do they quit working on it, quit adding to it, kind of thing? So that's kind of like one side of that coin, but the other thing is, like, once they do those two things, do we get idea of what they're working on, what this new project that they've talked about is going to be, which I'm excited for, but also, like I said, the fact that we could be coming to the close of the Long Dark is sort of mind-boggling and terrifying, right? Because it's just been like a constant thing for almost, what, 10 years or so? But it's exciting. Exciting to be at that stage of kind of getting some of the answers to, like, Wintermute and things. Okay. Warm up here. We could probably still get up there. We just need to unload some weights. Let's do this. put some stuff in here. A lot of these books. I finished one of these. I'm gonna go with that one. Alright, so that puts us at 82 pounds. Do I really only have one hat on? No, I have a scarf. That hat would probably be better than the scarf if I fixed it. I don't want to. Don't put that in there because it'll disappear. What kind of tools can we leave down here? Not a ton. Not a ton that I'm willing to leave down here. Probably leave our saplings down here. Got us down to 78. I don't really want to leave cloth. What am I carrying that's so heavy? We have a bunch of water, I know, but we really need to keep that. We got 76. We still gotta lose about 10 pounds. That's crazy. Crazy talk. I'm just like not seeing the... What are we carrying? It's so heavy. What am I missing here, guys? I mean, I could leave one pot. Need to remember that that's there. Try something. Oops. Oops. Huh, okay. So this is something you guys always told me, back when I was on PlayStation, this is something you guys always told me to do, and I never did. Because I couldn't, because it was just too cumbersome with controller. Pot in... Say climb bunker. So I can leave notes to myself now. We'll have to start doing that more.
Almost anything about now.
But we still need to lose like 8 pounds. I mean, we can leave these. I just don't really want to leave anything. Still need about 4 pounds. Still need 4 pounds. We can leave some water. 2 pounds to go. Might as well leave that. What am I carrying? It's so heavy. Okay, need a ½ pound. Okay. It's messy for sure, but let's go climb. Let's get there today. Should be an easy rope to climb. It's nice and warm too. Okay, and then I want to check one thing. Okay. Just seeing where we were time-wise. Got plenty of time. And then this walk is always farther than I think it's going to be. It'd be nice if we got in and the moose was right there. And just like take him down immediately, especially since it's so warm. Look at something. So once that last pelt cures, we'll have enough pelts for a pair of pants. Because we have 2 currently cured, and then obviously we just dropped that other one to cure down there, so we'll be able to craft a pair of pants. So I need to just keep looking for more, basically. More pelts. You know, obviously I could do some hunting on my own. That would be good as well. I wish in that notes section, I wish you could do like pages, because like I could do like I could see doing like a page for like left behind tools or resources. Like I left a pot. I also know there's a pot at Thompson's Crossing. Like we left one in the community center, so like I could put that on there too, and like have the ability to kind of organize that. I mean, that's probably asking for a lot, considering it's something that I've never used until just then. Would be good. And it is kind of funny now that I think about it that I only put the pot on there, but really I left so much stuff. I think I was focused on doing it for the pot because I put the pot on that shelf and I could just see myself missing that shelf, so it's kind of like my thought process there, why I made the note specifically for the pot. Shouldn't be any wolves or anything through here, but just keeping an eye out. Our moose would be right over here. If he's here, I feel like I would have heard him already, so he's probably not. Let's grab this bark. And yeah, I don't see him. Which is fine. Probably would have been a lot to try to do today, so. Maybe we'll get, you know, we could do these guys. Because we could still use a hat. And we had two cured down the hill, so this would give us probably enough for our hat if we kill these 2 guys. And oh, it looks weird with the glove. That's throwing me off. Oh man, how did that had to have been like at his feet.
I think I can use it.
That's a bummer. Okay. I'll have to make some more of these arrows. I think that one just broke too. Yeah. Okay. Where'd the other one go? I love these fire arrows. I think this is one of my favorite additions to the game. Because it felt like the wrong thing to do to use your bow on something as small as a rabbit. And you know, damage the arrows, but these arrows are pretty cheap and you get experience from doing this. So alright, let's get to the cabin before we bring wolves down on top of us. Get these guys harvested. Here it is. Still probably one of my most favorite locations in the game. Okay. Alright, let's... Oh, weird. It's the first time I'm seeing this stuff. Yeah, I can't use my hands. Even not frozen. It's still a little bit of a bummer. Alright. What's the time difference here? It's a lot longer with the hacksaw. But I feel like you should use the hacksaw. Because you can repair the hacksaw more easily, I feel like. Cabin fever risk. Right up. I feel like I've been outside a lot. Where's he at? What I'd like to do is harvest this rabbit out here. Okay, he's not coming towards us, so let's go for it. What's the worst thing to happen? I die. Oh, I don't have it on me. That's why. I thought I picked it up.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
But we're still good. So let's go ahead. Wish I could see him. Oh, yeah, he went away. Okay. What's our cabin fever looking like? 22%. The bear's over there. Okay, let's get those pelts down. Like I said, that should give us enough to make a hat with the ones that are down the hill, so that's a pretty good get right off the bat. Let's throw those guys up here. And how cold is it? Still at 22%. I'd love if there was a cave closer. That would probably make this location a little bit too easy. But you would be set if there was like a cave, you know, just across the lake or up the hill a ways. I think the closest caves are the one that he lives in, the bear, and then there's one, you know, over kind of towards the right from that lower bowl section. And having either one of those would be, like, closer would be good. See this real quick. I need to probably spend some time and repair that. Okay, it got too cold. There's hypothermia risk. I think maybe just because we don't really have a plan for hypothermia at the moment, we're pretty tired. I think we just go ahead and sleep inside tonight, and then we'll find a cave to sleep in tomorrow. I think that's how I want to plan it. And then yeah, we'll probably, I don't know, I don't think we'll get to the summit tomorrow. I think we need to kind of get some roots down here, deal with cabin fever, and then, you know, maybe set off for the summit in a couple days. Kind of what I'm thinking. So let's go in here. Get ready to go to sleep.
Time to look for shelter.
Do this too while I'm thinking about it. Let's put it outside so it stays a little fresher. I think we actually searched this place very thoroughly. Okay. Oh no.
What a way to die. I just want to die.
Okay, well, we don't need antibiotics for that, right? We can just go to bed. We basically just have to sleep it off. Do we have antibiotics? We do. Let's just go ahead and
have a little sleep right here.
take them, and then, yeah, let's just go to bed. The unfortunate thing is that means we won't recover any tonight. Takes care of the food poisoning, but not the... We don't get condition back.
Stomach feels like an empty pit.
And we're at 43%, so we need to figure out a plan to kill our cabin fever risk. Okay, get the sun up. I tell you what, though, guys, I think that's probably a good point for us to stop on this one. Maybe a little bit short, but you know, we'll dive into the new day at the start of the next episode. So, as usual, and I said it before, but I do appreciate you all tuning in, checking out the episode today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to hit the like button for me. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, I would invite you to go ahead and join us. And then, of course, guys, any comments you have for me, throw those into the comment section, and I will catch y'all next time. Thanks.